Hello, my name is Grace Chang and I'm an attorney here at Tsang and Associates, and today we're going to be doing a reaction video to a success story called 3 L1 cases for a large corporation. When we first did the consultation, we thought we only had to do 1 L1 for an executive at this really large company. They have really good infrastructure, really good staffing levels, a ton of employees, and they're looking to launch their business in the US. It's perfect for the L1. Little do we know that as we started working on the case, we're going to have not one, not two, but 3 executives coming at the same time, really closely apart, and then also another H1 executive who's going to be transferring. And a lot of changes happened throughout the way. So it ended up being a lot more complicated than we initially thought, but everything worked out. So yeah, we'll dive into how we did it.
In doing a good L-1A, you need a good business plan that justifies how within 1 year, the employees, the revenue, the profits will justify this executive. But if you have 3, then you need like 3 times the amount. And so plans keep on changing, and it's not their fault. Given the size of this company, they have so many different business plans, and some of them didn't fall under the purview of the executives that were being transferred over.
A business plan should have an explanation about the market, who your competitors are. You should also do a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths, weaknesses? What are the risks involved? What are the opportunities and threats, right, for the business? It should show your hiring plan, especially for an L1. You need to show that within a year that this company is going to go from 0 to a certain number, right? That's going to be able to support the structure for a manager or an executive.
In reviewing this entire case, there were over 15, 20 different companies. We had to figure out exactly how to structure it so it's as clear as possible, showing one company owns another, and eventually starting this US company, owning this operation, and now how all the executives from the other branches were being transferred over to run this US operation.
For an L1, you have to show that there's a qualifying relationship between the foreign entity and the US company. In this situation, there were affiliate companies because they shared a parent organization. Now that parent company was multiple layers removed from both sides. So we had to get documents from every single company that were linking them, right, all the way to the top parent company and all the way down to the US company. And we were advising them on the best way to do this so that they wouldn't break the qualifying link, and they were able to successfully show the relationship between the two. And we had to organize through all of the documents such as stock certificates, stock transfer ledger, board meeting minutes, shareholder minutes, maybe shareholder voting agreements, making sure that we had everything to show the relationship.
What was really, really difficult was that every single document that we wanted to get had to be approved by so many layers of attorneys. I have never encountered red tape like this. It's approved, 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 denied, redo, approved, 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 denied, redo, and it had to keep on going through the review process by so many layers of people.
It makes sense. It's because, you know, ultimately, not only were these real business plans, but things were going to be submitted to the US government. They wanted to make sure it was correct and that it was signed off by the top layers of the company. The clients were really great. I mean, they were highly educated, highly professional. They were quick to grasp on what we were saying. And thankfully, we had a US team that we could work with as well as the foreign team. So everyone was a big team player. It's just a lot of people were involved.
Because we're doing 3, 4 big cases all at once, we needed so many decisions to be made. But in doing 3 L1 cases and an H1B transfer, we needed proof that there was sufficient number of employees that were to be hired, which business location, all of these things that normally those executives just were not interested in making decisions. Those are details that locals will make decisions on, okay? And so having to force them to make that decision here and now without actually proof, right? It's very much like a catch-22. Why would I set in stone now who I'm going to hire, what I'm going to pay, what the benefits are if the US market hasn't proven themselves?
We had to also explain why they had to do certain things that might have been counterintuitive from a business perspective. For example, why do we need to secure a physical space for all of these employees that we haven't hired yet?
Because of so many layers of red tape and so many people that we had to talk to and explain, we ended up putting multiple account managers on this, even though it's just one case. And so what we do is not just solve legal problems, we solve people problems. All right, that's it for this story. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care. Bye-bye.
I would say make sure that when you speak with your attorney, you have a good idea of how you want to launch in the US. Give yourself ample time. Make sure that you work closely with your attorney or maybe people within your department to come up with a good business plan, to have a good business idea, and make sure you stick to your plan. So if you get approved like our clients did, make sure you do what you say you're going to do. And it's okay if there's changes, right, from the original business plan. You don't have to follow it to a T. As long as you can show the structure is able to support the manager or the executive and they're doing more or less what you said they're going to be doing, you have a good chance for success. Make sure that you are able to hire key personnel right away. So maybe it's the head of US legal, maybe it's the HR, marketing and business and sales, right? Because you want to start business and sales development right away. It would be different for each type of company, but in general, right, you want to make sure you hire key personnel to kick off the business well. We always say for L cases, you want to have a bell-shaped curve, right? So you want to have one manager on top with different tiers and layers of employees under. But if you have too many managers on top and not enough supporting employees, then your case is at risk of denial.